What I want to talk about is what is Flip These Bricks? Like why are we really here, right? Um, we got several different business owners. We have our 9 to 5 people who's looking for other opportunities on the call. So FTB is what we're building is the Global Business Network. And it's exactly what it sounds like. We're different, but we're no different than your local organizations like your Chamber of Commerce, your Real Estate Investors Association, your Home Builder Association. Every professional industry have an association that's geared towards the leadership education to kind of help, groom you, in the market that you actually in. So that's basically what we're doing here at FTB. FTB is put in place mainly to create an additional stream of income to what you guys are already doing. It's not to be put in place to take away or replace what you guys are currently doing, because we want the system to be really, really simple. It's really about, creating passive income.
I'm Lene, a member of Flip These Bricks. Actually, I'm here in Texas, and Daniel and myself and our other partnered on the Garza Avenue project, which we're working on, and it's coming along really nicely. Welcome to all the newcomers. This is definitely the place to be to learn about real estate investments and make the connections you need and work on funding and building relationships.
I have also identified a FTB in-house project for our members. It is a project in Atlanta. I do have an accepted contract on it, so it's something that we can actually move forward with as a team. The power of partnership. The reason why our tagline is based around the power of partnership, because we can do so much more together. When you look at any type of investment opportunity, a lot of us on this call are in a position to where we can stand alone, and we have stood alone, and we have built business on our own. But imagine what we can do collectively as a group if we all came together on a small perspective, and then growing for something, a lot larger. This is the reason why FTB is structured to create joint ventures. So regardless of how big or how small a project is, what we do is we take your current company or we create one for yourself, and we'll do a joint venture on a project. And with that joint venture, your name then go on title, regardless of you a 10% stake, you 50% or 25%. None of that really matters. And that's going to basically be your buy-in. And these are some of the things that we're going to talk about as members with this next FTB project that we have coming up in Atlanta. And we're going to open the door to see who wants to get involved. The opportunity is open for every member, within this organization. Opportunity is open for every member, within this organization. So that's what we do here at FTB when we talk about the power of partnership. And within that topic, I want to talk about how do we get funded? Of course, we can fund projects ourselves. Ideally, as our group grow, that's what we want to do. We want to be able to fund these projects ourselves, because then we don't have the interest that we're paying these lenders. However, these lenders are in place in order for us to be able to bring whatever necessary down payment to the table in order for the banks to be able to give us the money that we need to do these investment properties. We have it set up at FTB to where you can come in at a minimum of $1,000 and be able to put your money towards a loan with someone who may be an anchor investor within this organization, to where that $1,000 can start working for you and it can start growing. And then eventually you can be able to invest more if that's all you would like to invest. But as you know, the less you put in is going to be the less percentage that you get out of a project, which is also okay, because it's not a rush. Like, you're not in a rush to grow your portfolio. You want to continue doing what you guys are doing in your livelihood, but at the same time, working with a group. And as you see, it's multiple of us in different states, because the purpose of this global business network is for us to be in different states. We all in different markets. You know, people want to be close to their investments. You don't have to invest in all the areas that some of us are investing in. However, I do have the markets that, you know, I'm tailored to, because I'm in those markets, and I'm going to share a little bit about the opportunities in those markets as well. We have the information. If you didn't get the information, this is why we have the Global Business Network. You should be able to reach out to anyone in this organization at any time, and we should be able to pull the resources together, you know, for you to be able to get the things that you need, whether you have questions. I know Jasmine is running the Mighty Networks with you know, some of the members that do get a chance to log in. This is a place where, you know, you get to find a deal, bring it to the table. Somebody can help you analyze it. If you see abandoned buildings that you drive by normally, don't have a clue of what to do with them, bring them to the table. You know, maybe we can figure out the county owner. Maybe we can do some research and see if it's a private investor that own them, and maybe we can pick it up. It could be a deal for you, or it could be a deal about the organization.
I really wanted to say to our newer investors, if you're new to investing, if you are new to construction, you know, bidding on properties and these things, that's the benefit. That is one of the benefits of Flip These Bricks, is that you have seasoned investors who you can go to get information, resources. Anthony, Daniel, myself, we have real estate agents that are in different cities that can help you as well. But I also want to say to some of our reoccurring members that I really would hope that you guys will begin to participate in the book club. You will begin to feel stronger as an investor when you learn the terminology, when you get familiar with the different strategies. So there is work to do outside of just these calls. You have to, and that's why I've committed to the weekly book club meetings. And I'm only bringing this up today because I was speaking to Miss Janice earlier. She's my loyal attendant, but I can see how she is growing and her confidence is growing and how she is ready to make the next step. So without that foundation, it's just like building a house. You have to have a strong foundation. So by working on your foundation, by getting the terminology, by finding out strategies, speaking to lenders, speaking to contractors, you will begin to feel like a stronger investor. You will find your way, and you will begin to take those opportunities to invest when they come about, because you'll feel stronger and more educated about the industry.
You can't just show up and like expect things to fall in your lap, right? You have to get to know the members in the group. You have to drop your contact information. You have to engage. You have to take an opportunity to speak up when the floor is open. What are you here for? Before you show up each week, sit down, do some brainstorming. What are your personal goals? What are your goals as a part of joining the group? What can you get from it, and what can you bring? And bringing doesn't always mean just financially, right? It could be mindset, it could be resources. As Daniel said, it could be spreading the word about what we're doing here. And to piggyback off of what Daniel said, no one's obligated to work with each other. You have to show up, see value, present value, make the connections. That's what we did. That's how we decided, in addition to me being a member of FTB, to go ahead and establish a whole nother company. That takes work, it takes effort, it takes communication, it takes showing up. Be present and be active.
Like Jasmine mentioned, our memberships are growing, and there's several backgrounds within our membership right now that's actually not construction at all. So these are the committees that we're looking to pull out of our members, so we can now also start offering their backgrounds to the organization, just in case if someone within the organization don't necessarily want to follow the real estate and the construction portion, even though our foundation is based around real estate investment. Regardless if you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, janitorial, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we want to create investment opportunities to be really, really simple. What we doing at Flip These Bricks is creating value within banking on yourself. You know, we're not an organization where we're looking for anyone to invest in us personally. We're not looking for anyone to put up any money into any individual project unless you are actually involved in a project, you are owner in the project, and you are part of the overall deal. So that's who we are at FTB. That's what we do.
I want to say on another level is that the book that we've definitely kind of made, the Flip These Bricks book, and what we really are trying to do is to start beginning to find our who's. So a lot of times, you know, we approach challenges with like, how can I do this? How can I get this done? But the power really happens when you change your question from how to who. Who can help me with this? Who can get me? Who can teach me how to do this? Who can help me find a property? And it changes the whole dynamic of what you're trying to accomplish. So I'm going to put the book in the chat just because I'm a true believer of it. Even if you never visit Flip These Bricks again, please read the book. It's powerful. It's a short read, but it just goes to what Lene is saying is about. She found partners. She found her who in Daniel and in Flip These Bricks. And now she is making her first steps towards completing her first project. Chat, Miss Janice, I really have to give her credit for the who, not how. If she would take a moment, I don't know if she's available to just kind of speak to what she's been kind of encountering here at Flip These Bricks.
Okay, perfectly. I could definitely vouch for one as a beginning investor, as someone who did have property before, long story, investment property. I don't now, but now I'm learning it again, relearning from a different perspective. And I'm feeling differently reading these books in terms of coming to the table, understanding what is spoken, when I do find this property, then being ready. And it's kind of like crawling before you walk. So you come on the call and it's kind of like a step-by-step process. The other thing that I will definitely say is the one-to-one coaching that Jasmine has with me and with others I know holds you accountable.
When me and Lene and Mark and we put this deal together, we closed our deal with less than just roughly around 15 grand, you know, and we was able to get the lender to give us over 220 something thousand dollars by just having the availability of 15 grand. The next thing I want to talk about is to piggyback off of the benefits of FTB. Now, our membership, I can almost guarantee you, you're not going to find no organization in this country or in the world that as cheap as us, because our goals isn't to make money off of memberships. There's organizations that I spend 5-6 grand a year just to be a member of these organizations, because I'm in these organizations for the same reason why we're here building FTB, is to get educated, is to stay what's going on in the community. And I'm doing the same thing at FTB. So Flip These Bricks Academy, we have a one-time fee. It started out to where we was going to have a yearly fee. And as we start digging into it and we really start looking at our purpose and our mission, it's a one-time fee, a lifetime membership. The only way you will ever get kicked out of this organization, it won't be for not participating. It'll be just for doing some negligence to another member, you know, creating fraud or, you know, doing dishonest deals. And if members are coming back to the table saying, hey, you know, I was working with this person and this happened, that's the only thing that will ever get you out of this organization. So the $1,500 fee is your flat fee forever for you to get this platform and you're not ready to invest. It's really about growing the network and learning and being able to work together and building a resource center that will actually work for you. When people go into this database, they're supposed to say, you know, I know somebody over there. And they got plenty of organizations like that, but the organizations are not investing back into the people. You know, Gina's not on the call tonight, but Gina referred a few people into the organization in the midst of her joining the organization and received $1,000 commission. You know, you tell 5 people, 3 people come on Monday and join this call. We on this call, give and take roughly an hour, hour and a half. You just made $3,000 in an hour and a half of your time. So I need y'all to really look at it from that perspective.
And I want to, I don't know if we have any additional questions, but I just want to kind of wrap up the call by saying that, you know, this is a journey. That's what Miss Janice mentioned, that she had done investments before and now she's back into it. And for those who have never did an investment, to know that it's trial and error, and it's also going to be highs and lows. There's going to be a property that you may go under contract and then it may not come to fruition, but you have to just ride the course, and you have to know that with your diligence and with your commitment that you will complete the project. So when it kind of seems weary, or when you're saying like, I'm not quite sure what direction I'm going or how this is going to work for me personally, I say, and I say this to Daniel all the time, go deeper, not wider. So that means just don't quit. That means just dig deeper into what you are doing and what you're currently doing with our membership and with our community.
The goal behind FTB is to become the bank. Part of becoming the bank is all of us doing our part to represent what this organization is really, really all about. This organization is about you. Every last one of you guys that's on this call, that's what this organization is about. It's about building your empire, your network, and you are part of this network at the ground level.